What would it matter if you owned everything in this world and knew nothing of the plan of redemption? You knew nothing of him that you could call upon. So how can men call upon him in whom they have not believed? Because they were never told of that one. And how can they believe in him of whom they have never heard? They never heard about it. But how can they hear about it without a preacher? And how can men preach unless they are sent? Because you can't make some little ism, as they do all over the world. We have so many isms today, little man-made isms, not based upon anything of the revelation of Christ. They'll call it Christianity. They'll call it by this name, that name, the other name, all referring to Christianity, not one knowing anything about Christ. If you dare to remind them that Christ in you is the hope of glory, they say, yes, but. And but covers a multitude of nonsense. Christ in you is the hope of glory. Do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you? Unless, of course, you fail to meet the test. Examine yourself to see whether you're holding to the faith. What faith? Well, did you hear about it? Do you believe it? Do you believe he is in you, and with him all things are possible? Well, then call upon him. You can't now deny that you heard about it. And I will tell you from my own experience, I am sent. And so you're hearing it from one who has been sent to tell you. I was not sent into this world to teach economics. I know nothing about it. I wasn't sent into this world to teach anything other than to preach Christ. I danced for a living for 11 years, but I couldn't teach you one dance step. I'm not a dancer. You'll do far, far better by going to someone else who is an amateur. I wasn't sent to do anything but to preach Christ and to tell you who he is. And I tell you, he is your own wonderful human imagination. And I tell you, the only Christ of Scripture is buried right this very moment in every one that is seated in this room tonight. Completely buried in you. And he's going to rise in you. Not as another, but rise in you as you. And everything said of him in Scripture, you are going to experience. And you will know that Scripture is all about you. In the roll of the book, it is all about me. And what was said of him is said of you after you've had the experience. Then you will be called, having completed the work. And you'll be brought into the presence of the Most High, and you'll return to the source. But before, after the disappearance of the one who is talking to you now, you'll be called and sent. So as the Father sent me into the world, so send I you. But wait until I go. Wait until I disappear. For there's no place for me to go save back to the source. And I am one with the risen Lord. And I'll call you one by one. And one by one will be incorporated into the source, the one. And may I tell you that the form of God is a living form, a truly molding form, that fashions the individual that he calls into himself, into the likeness of himself. It's a living, molding form, not just something on the outside. When you enter it, you are molded into the likeness of the being that you fuse with. It's a molding form. And everyone will be molded into the identical form, and that form is God the Father. So in the end, there is only one body, one Spirit, one Lord, one God and Father of all. And everyone is going to have it.